Hi, this is week 3 of creating the wind turbine, and we finished our project and shared it in the carousel.
Well, our project didn't turn out as we planned, and there were like many flaws to this project, but we had a fixed frame and a good model.
One of the problems were the magnets. That's what we thought was the problem because they were cracked, so it could have been not making enough power, or they were just interfering with each other.
And another problem was we didn't have our coil leveled off, so some of our coil pieces were too high, and then some of them were too low.
Also, the light that we actually got wasn't working with how much power we made. We made about 0.01 volts, which isn't really a lot, so not enough to power.
0.01 volts, nothing.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay.
Okay, so basically connecting our model of a wind turbine to a real life wind turbine is the main function for a wind turbine is to take air, which is also wind, and make it into electrical energy, which is basically the flow of electrons.
So basically, how it's supposed to work was that how it was that the wind like basically here's the diagram right now, basically all broken right there. But basically, how it's supposed to work is that this right here is supposed to, if it doesn't fall, it's supposed to turn like this, because the top kind of got messed up. But basically, it's supposed to turn, and then as it turns, the magnets which we removed would be going against these coils.
These magnets right here.
Right there. They'd be going against these coils, which would transfer the electrons from the magnets into the coils, and create power, basically, and it'd flow through the coils and go into the light and power it. Also, another disadvantage is that you can't use one turbine on its own. You need multiple turbines, because one turbine alone cannot create enough power to power a house or even a whole community.
And we also learned that you don't need a generator just to make wind into electrical energy, right? As here we use like two good conductors, like a conductor which was copper wire, and we used the rare earth magnets, which would allow the flow of electrons to flow through the conductor, the conductor which is a copper wire.
Going back to the challenges, another challenge was getting the magnets to face all the same direction. So, for example, like 3 magnets were facing south and 1 was facing north. We'd have to switch that, and we didn't really have anything to check it other than the other magnets.
And another challenge was when we had to make copper coil wraps. We had to make 4 coil wraps with 200 wraps for each coil, and we just had to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and my hand turned ashy. Well, but like those were like the main challenges we had. So basically, in a nutshell, what we learned is that using wind to create electricity is very eco-friendly and efficient.
However, there are the disadvantages, like it could kill animals like birds who fly through it, and it could be noisy.
So in conclusion, we would not recommend using wind turbines to power like populated cities, as you can only use wind turbines when there's a lot of wind flowing, and I think it's around 40 kilometers an hour you can use to make electricity. I'm not sure how many voltage.
And also, we'd recommend it more in windier places, because if there's no wind, there's basically no power. So more windier places and more open areas, because you need a lot of space for these. But obviously you can get power if you do have the wind and the space.
Yeah, if you have a place which is not more windy and there's like birds flying, they can like just get caught in the breeze and just like.
No more birds.